Howdy there, folks. Today I'm super excited to bring you the long-awaited review on the new Gen 4 Ruger Precision Rifle, and this is the Magnum version in .338 Lapua. Some people pronounce it Lapua. I'm just gonna say Lapua. That's what most of us say here in the United States. This thing is absolutely awesome. It blew my mind at the range. Was able to test it out so far to 1,000 yards, which I know is a chip shot for this rifle. I do hope to have a follow-up video on this rifle shooting it to 1 mile. Let's go ahead, go over the fit, feel, function, and the specifications of this rifle now that we've shown it out at the range, and then we will also go over some opinions and results from that. I'm gonna loosen it up from this very nice little tripod I have made by Sunway Photo. Now, here we have our adjustable buttstock. I love this. It's push button, and you can adjust it up or down. It is a little stiff. I got a lot of dirt and debris in this rifle while shooting it out in the desert, but man, is that nice that you can adjust the elevation of this buttstock. It's about 1 inch thick, nice quality rubber. Actually does a pretty good job mitigating felt recoil. Then coming forward, you have this very nice aircraft grade aluminum buttstock here that is also fully adjustable for length of pull. So I love this system. It's way better than the Gen 1, Gen 2 Ruger Americans. You simply turn this little switch here and then you push in on the tab, and this is very smooth and easy to operate. You can adjust that length of pull all the way down or extremely long, and it is quite solid. You also have flush cups for mounting a QD sling on both sides of the buttstock as well. And here we have an Anarchy Outdoors bag rider attached to the bottom rail. Now it does have a decent kind of built-in bag rider down here, but this gives you a little longer and wider bag rider, a little bit easier to get a good purchase on a rear rest bag. Then coming up, you have this very nice adjustable wheel that adjusts your cheek riser from very low to very high. And this is excellent if your scope is mounted high or you just can't get comfortable shooting prone or at the bench. Same with the adjustable length of pull. That's gonna allow you, if you have your scope mounted a little far back or far forward, and it's great on the bench, but it's not great maybe on while shooting prone, you can adjust this to get that appropriate eye relief as well. And then coming forward, you have a push button foldable stock that's super easy to operate and smooth, and no slopper play in this whatsoever, at least on this one. If you want to remove the bolt, you simply pull back here and then you can push in the bolt release lever on the left side. And here we have this very beefy large bolt. This is also an Anarchy Outdoors spiral fluted titanium bolt knob. Really adds a beautiful accent to the bolt. Then you have your tool built right in the back here, and theirs is threaded right here, and it's all metal, much better than the plastic one that comes with the Ruger Precision Rifle. Just absolutely gorgeous. Promo code bullets for bucks for Anarchy Outdoor. And then here's one of their very large bolt knobs. Love this red color, really sets it off. You can get it in different colors. You can get all different sizes and styles of bolt knobs from Anarchy Outdoors. Once again, promo code bullets for bucks. Then you have 3 lugs on the bolt here, plunger, ejector, and a little extractor right here. This new generation of Ruger Precision Rifles runs much smoother than the old generation, has a 60-degree bolt throw, very easy lift, easy to close, and way smoother, like I said, than the Gen 1, Gen 2, and so on Ruger Precision Rifles. So that's one big improvement. Now it does come with a pretty normal grip here, pretty standard, but I put on this Anarchy Outdoors grip, and man, the texturing, it's almost like stippling on here, or maybe it is, very nice, easy to grip. Also, whatever this plastic is, it's easy to grip even when your hands are sweaty. Also has a nice like flat spot here so you can really rest the rifle. And the biggest thing of all, it has a thumb shelf right here. And that allows you to get a really good purchase right there for precision shooting, but it also allows you to get the appropriate placement on the trigger with that built into it. Coming forward, we have this beautiful smoked bronze Cerakote on the lower here. And then we have this very large magazine that's made of high quality metal. and it has Ruger stamped on it. Now this is the 338 Lapua 3.850 size. Obviously, they're regular short action precision rifles are AICS compatible and come with a slightly different magazine. Basically all the features, the buttstock's the same as the regular precision rifle, say in 6.5 Creedmoor. Everything is essentially the same, it's just this is larger, that for the most part. This comes with a 30 MOA integral Picatinny rail. Now I should say not necessarily integral in a way because you can remove it via the set screws if you want, but there's really no reason to, being 30 MOA, and it's a good Picatinny scope base. Then I put MDT precision rings on here, really nice. The top is held down with 3 Torx head screws on both sides, and then it bolts onto the Picatinny rail. Really excellent rings. I have it topped off with one of my favorite long-range precision scopes, if not my favorite, from Tracked Optics. The optic features a very nice fast focus eyepiece that is rubbered right here, so really easy to turn. It has a very, very good eye box. Very, very, very good eye relief, meaning you can be pretty far away from the scope and even on full magnification can see the full sight picture very clearly. If you move your head back and forth, you don't immediately lose it, okay? So it's like the image remains constant also through your magnification, and it's not finicky like some scopes are where if you just barely move your head, you can't see that sight picture and you get that black halo effect and whatnot. Coming forward, we have a 34 millimeter main tube. This is going to allow for a lot of accurate elevation adjustment. You have a locking turret. It's excellent and smooth. You have elevation markings numerically on the body right here. And then you have numerical values on the first and second row. So you get a second row as well as an arrow pointing up, so you don't make the mistake of going down. Really nice positive zero stop on this as well. And 1 revolution on this is 50 MOA. And you get plenty of elevation in your turret to dial out even to a mile and beyond, depending obviously on your scope base and your caliber. And then on the windage turret, you just simply pull it out. Once again, excellent feeling and right and left designation. And of course, it's settable for 0. It's actually a little bit quiet, but you can still hear it and it's tactile. The nice thing is the hash marks on the turret line up with the hash marks on the scope body. On the left side, you'll see that it has a very, very nice on-off illumination with plenty of brightness settings so you can get just the right brightness setting in light and in low light. Really super smooth, probably the best in the industry as far as side parallax. Goes all the way down below 50 yards and then up to infinity and beyond. Then coming forward, you have this very nice objective lens. By the way, this is the 4.5 to 30 power scope, and I think I skipped this. Very nice, very, very smooth magnification knob, probably one of the best in the industry again. And by the way, you can get these Tracked Toric Ultra HD scopes in different variants as far as magnification, and they offer like the ELR version, some 3 to 15 like hunting versions, and so on. I use promo code Bullets for Bucks at Tracked Optics. Then coming forward, you got this nice forend here, super beefy. There's no player wiggle in it, and it's held on there with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 screws. So really, really sturdy. You have M-LOK across the top, M-LOK across the side, and then you actually have Arca Swiss and M-LOK across the bottom. And Arca Swiss is awesome if you want to put this on a tripod or whatnot. Then coming forward, you have a very heavy contour barrel, and it comes with this massive brake, which does a great job mitigating felt recoil. And I gotta say, with this setup I currently have, shooting 1,000 yards just the other day without a spotter, which by the way, it shocked me because this thing's barely sighted in. In fact, I sighted in right before shooting 1,000 yards because I put this new scope on it. Amazingly enough, the windage was already correct, which like never happens, and the elevation was only off by like a few inches. So really quickly dialed this in, just a rough 0 with some 285 grain Hornady ammunition, and was able to shoot the first 2 rounds like almost dead center on an IBSIG at 1,000 yards. The first 2 shots, I couldn't believe it. And of course I didn't have the target camera on because I didn't expect to be that good. And I just used Strelok to give me the data, and literally the first 2 rounds, I'd never shot this past 400, and I never shot it with that ammo or this scope. I was really happy about that. The normal grip this comes with is a Magpul MOE K2 XL. It has a Ruger Marksman adjustable trigger, 5-round capacity in the magazine, and has a 26-inch barrel length on the 338, different barrel lengths on their other available calibers. The thread pattern for the muzzle brake is 3/4 by 24. The weight on this is 15 pounds, not topped with rings or the scope or loaded. The height on this is 7.3 inches. The twist rate is 1 in 9.375 right hand. Overall length on this is 49.25, and that's with the buttstock all the way in. The length of pull is 12 inches to 15.5 inches. I love that. Folding stock is 37.60 inches with the folded in. The heavy contour barrel at the muzzle is 0.875. The thing I was really impressed with was that with this scope and this setup, I was able to shoot 1,000 yards off a rest, laying prone by myself without a spotter, and see my shots, meaning I didn't come off target. A lot of my 300 PRCs, especially with like a hunting setup, there's no way I can stay on target and see a 1,000-yard impact and spot my own shots to make corrections at 1,000 yards. With a 338 Lapua, 285 grain bullet, I was able to spot my shot just fine and stay stable with this platform, which I found super impressive. The Ruger Marksman adjustable trigger is advertised to go down to 2.5 to 5 pounds. I actually haven't adjusted this one. I need to get to it, but I have one complaint. It has a center blade curved trigger, a shoe of course. When I go to pull this, it catches. And some of that might be because I have too much shear force, either left or right. But the other day, especially laying prone, this thing was catching to the point where I had to like push it super gently, feel it uncatch to where I hit the trigger shoe and then press. Because that's how bad it was, okay? And what's ironic is my Gen 1 Ruger precision rifle with essentially the same trigger does the exact, watch this now. I don't know if you can hear that. It's gritty and grindy, but it also like literally will catch sometimes at least. I mean, maybe with more shooting, it'll break in. That's the only part about this rifle. I was like, man, I'm not really pleased with that. Like you can even see when I put it on the trigger scale, especially the first pull, it like kind of jerks. It's catching. And that could really affect your shooting. We're gonna see what this pull's at here. We got 2.5, so it's already pretty much adjusted down. Right there, we got 2.5. Once you get to past that blade and you feel the actual regular trigger mechanism here, for lack of a better term, a little bit of creep, essentially 0 over travel, and it does break clean. That is literally like my only complaint. This rifle is fantastic. I mean, you could have a smoother action, but on a 338, this is not bad. Absolutely love this thing. I'm going to do a follow-up video where I'm going to show like more groups at 100 yards once it's broken in, try some different ammunition, which is hard to come by the way, and you know, hopefully show that footage out to a mile. We also got the Anarchy Outdoors. It's like a neoprene rubber almost, or foam pad on the cheek riser. Really, really nice. That way you don't bruise up your cheek if you're really hard on the cheek weld. Just makes it more comfortable. Got that bag rider from Anarchy Doors. This grip I absolutely love, and the bolt knob. And one of the coolest things is that a very beautiful spiral fluted bolt shroud. Like I said, I use bullets for bucks to save there, use bullets for bucks to save at Tracked Optics, use bullets for bucks to save on Sunway photo tripods. It's a great deal. Closing thoughts here. I haven't spent enough time with this rifle to really see its true accuracy for groups at 100 or 200 yards. I haven't had enough different ammunition put through it or broken in all the way. And that's my fault. At 1,000 yards, of course that's a chip shot, but really impressed with how easy it was to shoot at 1,000 yards, just off the cuff like that. Super impressed with this tracked optic. It's made in Japan. The glass is superb, absolutely amazing. Hope you enjoyed this review of the Ruger Precision Magnum 338 Lapua or Lapua bolt action rifle. Thanks for watching Bullets for Bucks. Check out this next video and subscribe.